Good morning, my dear students. My name is Neer Taina. I'm currently available at the Hamlet Tuition Center, Brahmatal, Kathmandu, and the Kumudini Kunja Secondary School, Kalimati, Kathmandu. My dear students of grade 10, this is your science class, and we have been learning electricity and magnetism chapter for the past 2 weeks. Yes? Okay, today we are going to do some numericals on power consumption. Well, power consumption means how much electric power is consumed in your household, and based on that how much electricity bill will be levied from you. तिम्रो घरमा चाहिँ ओभरअल कति पावर कन्जम्सन हुन्छ, तिम्रो डिभाइसहरुले कति पावर इलेक्ट्रिक पावर कन्ज्युम गर्छ र त्यो अनुसार तिम्रो महिनाको बिल कति चढ्छ त, इलेक्ट्रिसिटीको बिल कति चढ्छ, हो त्यो कुरा हामी क्याल्कुलेट गर्न सिक्छौं. Okay, now the amount of power consumption or amount of electricity consumption is indicated by E. Okay, it is indicated by E. Yes, E is equivalent to work done. Okay, so SI unit of E would be joule. Okay, see here, power into time. P stands for power, T stands for time. I know that power equals to work upon time, isn't it? So if you cross multiply both side by T, then you get work equals to P into T. So P into T means work. That's why E is also work done. Okay, now if you write E equals to P into T, then that will be electric consumption by single device. Yes, that will be electricity consumption by single device, but you use multiple devices, several devices in your house, so that's why we need to multiply this by N. Okay, so you get the formula E equals to NPT. E equals to NPT. Don't think of JPT. Okay, it is NPT. JPT means Japayate. NPT does not mean Japayate. NPT means number of electronic appliances. N equals to number of electronic appliances or electronic device. P equals to power of the device, and T equals to time of operation. Okay, this much you'll remember, this much. Yes. Okay, now let's take an example. In our first example, I'm going to take only one device here. Okay, what information are given to you? Okay, number of device N. So what I do is I just check out the formula and I start to take information from the first term. First I'll take information about N, then I'll take information about P, and then I'll take information about T. Okay, what is the number of device here? 1. Yes, and then power of motor. Power of motor, power is P, equals to how much is it? 2400 watt. 2400 watt. Now look here, it says that power must be, unit of power must be in kilowatt, but it is given in watt. Yes, so how to convert it into kilowatt? Anyone knows how to convert into kilowatt, watt into kilowatt? Well, it is very simple, divide it by 1000. Okay, if you divide it by 1000, then it will become kilowatt. Let me make the fraction. Okay, so 2400 divided by 1000 equals to how much it will give? It will give 2.4 kilowatt. Okay, that is the power. Then what do I need? NPT. I need time of operation. T is equals to, okay, how much does it say? See, the given electric water pump is operated for 2 hours every day. 2 hours every day means in 1 month how many hours there will be? You have to multiply it by 30. Yes, equals to 2 into 30 is 60 hours. Got it? Okay, any confusion up here? Then amount of electricity consumption. E is equals to, you have the formula NPT. Okay, N means 1, P means how much? 2.4, and T means 60. Very simple. Yes, now just multiply it. Okay, how much you have? 2.4 into 60. 2.4 into 60. 144. 144, and its unit would be kilowatt dash hour, and that is also simply indicated as units. Also, your electricity consumption by this electric motor would be 144 units. Okay, it would be 144 units. Any confusion up here? Okay, you have calculated how much unit will it consume if this motor is operated 2 hours every day. Now you also need to calculate the cost. Again, cost of electricity. C equals to, your total units is 144 and per unit cost is 11.5 rupees. Yes, if you need to pay 11.5 rupees for 1 unit of electricity, then what would be your energy cost into 11.5? Okay, 1656. This much. Got it or not? Therefore, for operating the motor for 2 hours per day, rupees 1656 would be summed up in a month. Any confusion? Is there any confusion? Okay, now in this example we considered only one device. Yes, in this example we considered only one device, isn't it? But in our household we have several devices. So is there any shortcut to find out total electricity consumption for all these devices? No, there is definitely no shortcut for doing so. Okay, you need to calculate electricity consumption for each device. You need to calculate for each device individually. Okay, then you need to add them all. Yes, that sounds so much tedious, isn't it? Yes, however, we can use tabulation method to do that quite easily. Okay, let's do it in tabulation method and my method. Okay, the book does not suggest you a tabulation method. Let me add a table. How many devices do I have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 devices. Yes, 7 devices plus heading. I'll need 8 rows and column, number of devices, and then NPT 3, 4, and then electricity consumption 5. Okay, let me make it 9. Okay, this is my table. Now here device, and here number, that means N. Okay, here power, P, time, T. We need these 3 terms, isn't it? NPT, we need these 3 terms, and from these 3 terms what do we calculate? Electricity consumption, that means E. Okay, now look here, look at this example. In this household, suppose in this household the CFL bulb is used. Okay, how many? 12 CFL bulbs are used in the household, and 8 hours per day. Every day the bulb is lit for 8 hours. It is operated for 8 hours, and each CFL bulb consumes 16 watt of power. Similarly, in the household there are two LED display televisions. Okay, two LED display televisions. Each television consumes 150 watt of power, and the TV are operated for 4 hours per day. 4 hours per day. Okay, and then they have electric iron. They have only one of it. We don't need 2 or 3 irons, isn't it? They have only one of it, and power of each electric iron is 850 watt, and they consume it for 4 hours per week. Okay, notice here, 4 hours per week. It's not per day. Yes, that means every week. Sometimes they might use it for 1 hour, sometimes they might use it for 2 hours, or sometimes they might use it only for half an hour. Okay, that way per week they use it for 4 hours. Yes, and they have a personal computer, PC computer, one set, and the entire set consumes 450 watt of power, and for official purpose or for some other purpose they use it for 6 hours every day. They use it, the computer, for 6 hours every day. And then they have a washing machine, one. Okay, and the power consumption of washing machine is 1600 watt, this particular. Okay, and it is operated for 8 hours per week. Once again, 8 hours per week. And then they have a freezer. Freezer consumes only 45 watt of power, and it is operated 24 hours a day. Okay, and they have electric water pump, one. Okay, its power consumption 1800 watt, and it is operated for 2 hours every other day, and alternate. Okay, now let's calculate this. First of all, let us do the calculation for CFL. Okay, for CFL, how many? Okay, how many CFLs are there in use? 12, and its power 16 watt, and as I already told you, it must be in kilowatt. Okay, how to convert 16 into kilowatt? 16 divided by 1000. Okay, how much you get? 0.016. 0.016 kilowatt. Okay, for what amount of time is it used? 8 hours per day. Yes, per day. In 1 month it will be 8 into 30, 24, 240 hours. Got it or not? 240 hours. Any confusion? Okay, now what should be its electrical consumption? Let me say E1 is equals to, okay, E1 is equals to, the formula is NPT. Yes, N means 12, P means 0.016, and T means 240. So what will be the total value? Okay, 12 into 0.016 into 240. How much? 46.08. I'll simply write unit. Okay, any confusion up here? Okay, now similarly I will also do, yes, I'll keep on doing, you also do it. Okay, either along with me or pause the screen, you do it, and then check your answer with me. Okay, now I'm going to do it for TV. There are two numbers of TV, and power is 150 watt. Okay, convert it into kilowatt, means 150 divided by 1000 is 0.15 kilowatt. Okay, and time of operation is 4 hours into per day, means in a month there will be 3 4 are 12, 120 hours. Okay, so its electricity consumption, let me suppose it to be E2. Okay, E2 equals to NPT. N means 2, P 0.15 and T 120. Okay, let me see how much will it give. I guess 360. Okay, let me see. 2 into 0.15 into 120. Yes, 36. See? Okay, 36 units. Similarly, the third I'm going to do for electric iron. Okay, for iron we have only one power 850 watt. Convert it into kilowatt, it will be 0.85 kilowatt time 4 hours per week. Means how many hours will there be in a month? In a month there are 4 weeks. Yes, so you have to multiply it by 4, so it gives you 16 hours. Okay, you understand this or not? This is very important part. Okay, because we are not multiplying it by 30. We are not multiplying it by 30. We are multiplying it by 4 because there are 4 weeks in a month. Okay, now its power consumption will be E3 equals to number 1 into power 0.85 into times 16. So it will give you 0.85 into 16, 13.6. Okay, then you have PC. Yes, quantity number 1 power 450 watt, convert it into kilowatt, you get 0.45 kilowatt. Don't forget to convert the power into kilowatt. Time is 6 hours. 6 hours into, okay, 6 hours per day means you have to multiply it by 30. So it will be 180 hours. 6 3 is 18, 180. Now we need to calculate its power consumption. E4 is equals to N1, sorry, P 0.45 T 180. So it will give you, okay, 0.45 into 180, 81 units. Okay, after PC we have washing machine. Okay, washing machine, I'm going to make it short. Okay, washing machine number 1 power 1600 watt, and if you convert it into kilowatt it will be 1.6 kilowatt. 1600 divided by 1000, 1.6. Time, so it's 8 hours per week. Once again what you do, you need to multiply it by 4 because it is not every day, it is per week. So it is operated for 32 hours. Okay, let me mark it by, let me highlight it. Okay, so here also let me do the same. Instead of making it text red, highlight, sorry, this is better, isn't it? के भइराखेको छ, सफ्टवेयर चलाउन नजान्दा पनि हैरान हुन्छ है। ल ठिकै छ, अब ठिक छ है त। ओके, ल अब यो वाशिङ मेसिनको पनि पावर कन्जम्पसन क्याल्कुलेट गरौँ। E5 इक्वल्स टु के हुन्छ त, एनपिटी हैन, नम्बर 1 अनि पावर कति छ 1.6 र टाइम कति छ 32। यसले कति दिन्छ त 32 इन्टु 1.6, 32 इन्टु 1.6, 51.2 युनिट्स है। अनि वाशिङ मेसिन पछि के छ, रेफ्रिजरेटर। कतिवटा एउटा power 45 watt convert it into SI unit 0.045 kilowatt 0.045 kilowatt time 24 hours in a month multiplied by 30 24 into 30 720 okay 720 hours and its power consumption E6 NPT N1 P 0.045 and T 720 so it will give 720 into 0.045 32.4 okay. One last device is remaining, water pump. Number 1, power 1800 watt converted into SI, kilowatt 1.8 kilowatt time 2 hours every other day. Okay, every other day means to find out total time in a month you have to multiply it by how much? 15. Every other day means in a month it will be operated for 30 hours, isn't it? If it is operated for 2 hours per day every other month, then it will be operated for 30 hours in a month. Okay, now let's calculate its power consumption. E7 equals to N1 P 1.8 and T 30. So it will give 1.8 double. Okay, it will be how much? 1.8 into 30 54. Understood? So this is the total altogether power consumption by all the devices which are used in that home. Okay, now what you need to find is total power consumption, okay, per month. Total power consumption. How do you calculate total power consumption? Just add all of these terms, isn't it? Just add the power consumption by all these devices. Okay, let's calculate it. 46.08 plus 36 plus 13.6 plus 81 plus 51.2 plus 32.4 plus 54. Okay, it's 314.28 314.28 units. Okay, any confusion? I hope no confusion. Got it? So in this particular example, total electricity consumption per month would be 314.28 units. Now what is the rate of electricity consumption? Equals, so we are considering it to be rupees 11.5 per unit. Okay, 11.5 per unit. Then total cost of electricity would be very easy, rupees per unit 11.5 multiplied by how many units are consumed in that month? 314.28 units. So your total answer will be into 11.5. Okay, 3614.22 rupees, 3614.22. Okay, this is your answer. Any confusion up to here? Okay, check your answer with mine. Now if there is no confusion, I'm going to give you an assignment for today. Okay, so to copy the question, I will pause the video for a moment. Okay, I'll copy the question and then I'll resume. Okay, these are the assignment questions for you. The first question is a little bit confusing. All other questions are just same as the one I have done just now. Okay, look at the first question. You need, what you need? You need E equals NPT, isn't it? You need number, power and time. But the first question doesn't give you power. An electric iron has a resistance of 500 ohm and connected to 220 volt mains. It is used 2 hours daily. Then calculate cost of electricity at rupees 12 per unit for a month. It says number is equals to 1 and T is equals to 2 hours a day. Per month means 2 into 30, 60 hours a day. But power is not given. So you need to calculate power in this question. So I'm going to give you a hint. To calculate power, you need to use the formula P equals to V square by R. Okay, P equals to V square by R. Okay, if you get confused with this kind of linear representation, then I will make it vertical as well, because while writing formula many students get confused with such linear representation. It does not, somehow it does not feel so right to many of them. Even to me it does not feel so right to represent the equations in linear fashion. Okay, I also prefer vertical representation of the equation. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so you need to use this formula. Okay, V is given 220 volt, R is given, R is resistance 500 ohms. So you can calculate power. Yes, after you calculate power, then you use the formula E equals to NPT. Okay, after calculating power, you can use E equals to NPT. Okay, this is the clue for you. Okay, I'll make it blue. Okay, this is the clue for you and I'll make it blue. Rhyming? Good. I like rhymes, isn't it? Sir, are you still studying in what? Nursery, because you like rhymes so much? Well, no, I'm not studying in nursery, but still I like rhymes. Okay, anyway, next question. In a house, 15 tube lights of 40 watt are lighted for 6 hours a day. 2 electric irons of 1.2 kilowatt for 2 hours every other day. 3 electric heaters of 800 watt for 2 hours a day. And 4 televisions of 70 watt for 5 hours a day. Calculate the cost of electricity for a month at the rate of rupees 12 per unit. You can do it. Number 3. In a house, an electric bulb of 60 watt is used for 15 hours, and an electric heater of 750 watt is used for 10 hours a day. Calculate the cost of using the bulb and heater for 30 days if the cost of 1 unit electricity is rupees 7. Number 4. 10 electric bulbs of 100 watt are used for 6 hours per day, and 2 electric heaters of 2 kilowatt are used for 2 hours per day. Calculate the total consumption of electricity a day. And number 5. In a house, 12 tube lights of 40 watt are lit up for 4 hours a day, 3 televisions of 40 watt for 4 hours a day, and 2 irons of 750 watt for 2 hours a week, and 2 electric bulb of 200 watt for 2 hours a day. Calculate the cost of electricity consumed per month at the rate of rupees 12 per unit. Okay, this much is your assignment. Just pause the screen, take the question. Okay, there are only 5 questions. It should not take you more than half an hour to complete this. Okay, I want you to submit this today. Okay, don't leave it for tomorrow. Okay, that much for today. In our next class, we will discuss the last topic of our lesson, electrical appliances, some of the electrical appliances and their uses. Okay, very short topic is remaining that we will do in our next class, and then you will have to submit your exercise. Okay, that was for today. Thank you, class.